Glad to have you with us in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Centennial Bank Stadium, home to the Red Wolves of Arkansas State, and fans have been fired up for this one all day. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see, the Rebels taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Arkansas State Red Wolves. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. I guess they're not interested in kicking it away. They're lining up for an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. The Rebels offense will go to work first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job of understanding when to get rid of it.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Rivers. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Rivers. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They reached into the bag of tricks on third down, and it did not work. The Rebels line up to punt it away. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And the Rebels send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession now to see if they can be more productive this time around. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. They forged ahead just a bit, not a lot working with the Wildcat there. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Clay. Just a short pass to the tight end. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Clay. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap, it's Clay. Wildcat look didn't get much, picked up a few on that one.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Nice move there. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Cross. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here.
Nobody fooled with the trickeration. It'll bring up 4th down. Looking for a man. It's Rayner. Touchdown, Red Wolves! Quick strike through the air for the score. And they'll try to tack on 2.
I tell you what, when you give me that kind of effort, I'm going to find you more often. What a layout. QB throws the football a little bit in front of him, had to dive and go make the catch. He lays out, secures the catch through the ground. Remember, got to catch it all the way through the ground. Nice effort by that receiver there.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Oh, they're after him. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built a lead.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. Always a positive to put up early points, and they'll try to add to this 6-0 edge. The toss to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Leaves it with the running back. Got the first down and more. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. And you just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Clay. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Clay. Defense played the wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
The Red Wolves really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Sends it back in motion. The give to the fullback. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
I tell you what, fullbacks are kind of dying breeds. You just don't use them very much. So when you bring them in the game, a lot of times you bring them in the game to be physical and stout blockers. And then occasionally you give them the ball in those short yardage situations. You say, go get me a first down, big fella.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
On the direct snap, it's Clay. Picks up the first down, still moving. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that one. Look to create an opportunity for big plays. Up to 45 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season. On the read, keeps it. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Now the toss. Turning it on. Touchdown, Arkansas State. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. So it's an 80-yard drive. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off the play fake. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas State is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does the linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's play. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. He'll try the left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Clay. He's going to keep it. At midfield, he's got room. He's loose. At the 20. Touchdown, Red Wolves! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Clemson has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since they ran down the hill, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over LSU. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Off play action on first down. Might be looking to run.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring. What he does really well, sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Finds a man by himself. He's into the open down the middle. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Rebels.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. Gets the back moving. Not enough for the first. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Solid run on the last play. Sets this offense up on first down. Give to the big fullback. Turns it on in midfield. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
I love it. What a play call. Going to the fullback in the running game, and he shows you that he's got some ability. This guy was a big-time high school running back, and he shows you the wiggle. He's got some ability to break tackles, and he helps his offense out.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Rucker. Caught near the sticks, it's Rayner. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Clay. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Clay. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. They'll send the back in motion. Direct snap. It's Rucker. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. This is ultra-aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. He's on the 40.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
They'll give it to the back. Slithers into space. Running it inside the 30 and finally out of bounds at the 27. The Rebels headed quickly to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit. The defense able to come up with a big pick.
Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. In the half. Sends it back in motion. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Big fullback's got it. Gets it past the marker. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, this defense has to know that this fool, he's a guy that can carry the football as well. He went ahead and got that first down.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. He'll ride his man on the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the defense got it. They drag him down, but not before they get the turnover and a terrific return on the fumble. This offense has it with really good field position. From the gun, running back on the move. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll cut the lead to 13. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
Man, as a defensive coach, that's a win. When you can be already put in a bad position because your offense fumbles and they're in scoring position and you give up just 3, that is a situational football at its best. Nice job by this defense, handling a little adversity and just giving up the field goal.
Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Clay. Breaks into the open. To the house, he got loose. Touchdown, Red Wolves.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stuff.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
Plucks it out of the air. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over him. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Oh, they really could have their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. It's good.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's...
Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Rayner. Time to take a shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the 1st half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll run play action. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Loss of 6 yards on the play. Number 36 on to kick it away.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat Jonesboro when that town is buzzing as it is today. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this 1st half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Centennial Bank Stadium.
And the Rebels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the 2nd half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
It falls incomplete, and man, did they think they had that one set up, and it didn't quite work. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On the direct snap, it's Clay. There he goes. Bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the 1st down marker.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back back-to-back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
It's incomplete. Tried a little razzle-dazzle there, but it'll be third down. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the snap, it's cross. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. And the Red Wolves will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Quarterback on the keeper. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Rebels moving quickly to the line.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
To the ground to try to move the chains. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. And the Rebels decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that...
Turning it on! And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
On the direct snap, it's Clay. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Direct snap. It's Rucker. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Gets the back moving. On the direct snap, it's Cross. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Red Wolves want to crank the tempo. They'll go to the fullback. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break. Touchdown, Arkansas State! And the punishment has been extended.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game 1 going exactly how they scripted it.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Coming out with it, it's Flowers. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Here comes the offense back onto the field. The give out of the gun. Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over a football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Cross. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
And the Rebels will send out the punt unit.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big time play.
And the returner is stopped. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Cross. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Red Wolves come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the first?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give him a bone, reward him. Now he'll block harder and he'll block longer in the future.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
On the direct snap, it's Rucker. It's incomplete, and they've been waiting to run that one and couldn't quite pull it off. It's third down. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. It's Cross. Got enough for the first down. He's piled up 97 yards rushing now here in week 1. A solid start to this new campaign. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat for right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Here we go, here we go. Wants to throw on first down. Looking for a big gain. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. We've reached the break, and Arkansas State has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. They'll power it inside with the fullback. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Motion from the back. Toss sweep to the left. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
And they're kind of going to their closer now, right? Like they give it to the physical guy that gets downhill, north-south, right away, hard to tackle, falls forward, paving holes, and this is a good opportunity for this offense to keep pounding and try to run that clock out.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Spencer. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Splits the uprights. Good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And it's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but, man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go with it.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Under fire. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
It is so nice when you get a team down and you know the pass is coming. They have to pass, and that's why that dude's got 3 sacks, because they're pummeling them. All passing situations, all rushing the passer, all padding the stats.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Caught behind the line. It's Spencer. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Finding open areas. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And this fullback is just dependable, and he's versatile. He's not just a guy that can block. He can catch the ball, and like you saw right there.
Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, that's just on the defense. I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. He'll take it himself. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Spencer. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They'll run it from the gun. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Unloads it left. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
They'll send the back in motion. On the snap, it's Spencer. Running into the open space. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Spencer. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
The Red Wolves kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Give to the fullback. And after they get him on the ground, that's going to do it. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Fayetteville, and whoop-kick suey as the Arkansas Razorbacks are ready to take the field. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Arkansas State Red Wolves, taking on a team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Razorbacks will kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Arkansas State Red Wolves offense will go to work first. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. This offense is now to find new ways to get him the football, so we're going to see something else.
There he goes. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Sends it back in motion. Direct snap. It's Clay. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Clay. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered to get to the football.
On the direct snap, it's Clay. He's not going to make it. What a job on this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Red Wolves will try to pin them back with the punt. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it. The Razorbacks offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Wants to throw. It's Green. Makes the grab over the middle. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Razorbacks in the hurry-up.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
And the Razorbacks will punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
On the snap, it's Clay. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And he tried to do all he could. He broke one tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting him left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle. If one guy misses, another one's there.
No doubt. And the staple for the offensive coordinator or the offensive line coaches, block those guys. Don't watch them tackle other guys.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Turning it on! And he rolls into the house.
That's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside the spot. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. On the direct snap, it's Clay. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap, it's Clay. Makes it past the marker. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Clay. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
On the direct snap, it's Clay. Breaks into the open. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose, and no running room there.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up the throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Fullbacks are a dying breed, but when you see them, it just reminds you of the big old neck roll, just huge, stout fire plugs that you don't want to hit. But on short yardage situations, occasionally, you give the big boy the ball, there is no juke button, there is no speed burst. It is all power down your throat, hitting you and falling forward and getting that first down.
The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the snap, it's Rucker. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Rucker. Shakes off the defender. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down, if you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quick completion to the right. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Dropping back, it's Green. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. The Razorbacks line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Clay. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Clay. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Red Wolves send out the punt unit. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Rush is on him. Makes the grab on the big throw. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Gets the back moving. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but...
There he goes. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
He'll pull it on the read. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read, because he's watching the D lineman, and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
Scanning the field, it's Green. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Now on 2nd and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players
from inside his own 5. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
Out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Clay. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back. Great place to start for this offense. Back to pass, it's Green. Got his man down the middle.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. Still on his feet. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. They'll leave it with him. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up. Incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. 3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. They'll run it from the gun. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arkansas!
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Clay. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Clay. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to convert, they'll go to the wide. Direct snap, it's Clay. Can't get him to the ground. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make...
Turning it on! He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the first down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Looking to pass, it's Rayner. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points. They fake it, looking for a man. It's incomplete, and the old 3rd down fake doesn't work. Maybe they'll try it again on 4th down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll run the counter. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The offense. timeout to stop the clock. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Fayetteville. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's hear another hog call and send it back to the guys in Razorback Stadium.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They'll open the second half with a run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Off play action. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him. And
There he goes. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The Razorbacks in a good spot here with second and short. The give to the tailback. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Razorbacks have their offense in high gear. To the air, it's Green. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The Razorbacks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but that 4th down stop kept them from getting anything on the board. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Clay. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. We thought we'd see it. On the direct snap, it's Clay. He breaks a tackle. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Making side adjustments here. On the snap, it's Clay. He's got the 1st down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Clay. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Clay. The pitch. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Cross. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Rides the back. Wildcat look didn't get much, picked up a few on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Now the pitch. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the 1st down.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk game. Just remember that.
There he goes. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. And the Red Wolves will hustle to the line. Sticks it in his belly. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. give to the fullback. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Pressure coming. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
To the air. It's Green. Got him downfield. Oh, there's an alley to the left. And what a huge chunk. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad, or as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet, move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly